The RMS Olympic was launched on October 20th, 1910, of which she immediately became the largest ship in the world. She was the first of a trio of Olympic-class liners, of which two sank, the Titanic and the Britannic. She was built to be a direct competitor to Cunard's Mauretania and Lusitania. The Olympic weighed 3,424 gross tons upon launch. She was 882 feet long and had 9 decks for passengers. The Olympic had extremely lavish interior spaces, such as carved wood fittings and painted tiles on the floor. She had reading and writing rooms for second and first class, and dining rooms/saloons for all classes. First class got a one-of-a-kind staircase and multiple promenades, along with a swimming pool. The Olympic had many mishaps in her career, starting with her collision with the HMS Hawk, during her fifth voyage, of which both her and the Hawk took heavy damage. Olympic only finishing her voyage under her own steam because the hull that was made was patched with plywood. After the Titanic sank, she had a major refit in 1913, of which enough lifeboats were added and her watertight compartments were extended to her B deck, and a reception room much like the Titanic's was added. Not long after 1914, World War had begun, and so the Olympic was requisitioned, much like her sister Britannic, for the war effort, though unlike her sister, she served as a troop ship and survived the war. During the war, during her during the war service, she sank a U-boat that was surfaced because it was surfaced. The Olympic tried to ram it and missed, as the U-boat crash dived in an attempt to save itself. But the Olympic screws were low enough for them to pierce the conning tower of the U-boat, which punctured the pressure hull, sinking the U-boat. The Olympic did not stop to pick up survivors, but a nearby American destroyer did. After the war, she received a third refit and continued to surface as usual. During this time, she collided with the light ship Nantucket, sinking and killing most of the crew. Soon after this, in 1934, Cunard White Star Line's competitor merged with them, and they sold the Olympic and Mauretania along with many other old liners for scrap metal. The two old liners sat together for 5 months until Olympic, under her own steam, left for the breakers. The RMS Olympic's fittings, though, still survive to this day, as while she was being scrapped, the fittings were removed and auctioned off. Some of these fittings remain in private hands, but others are installed in hotels, such as the White Swan Hotel in England.